Hi, in today's video I wanted to talk a little bit about robotic process automation in finance specifically, RPA as they call it. And it's a subject I've got mixed feelings on, I have to admit, even though I'm quite involved in RPA myself. And I suppose one of the problems is the hype around it. All the talk of robots coming and taking your jobs and things like that. It makes you feel like almost the whole of finance is going to be wiped out by robots and taken over, and everything we do is going to be automated somehow by RPA. And from what I've seen, that's simply not the case. It makes you think like finance headcount is going to reduce by something like 50% or 70% or something when they talk like that. And yet, in my experience, the biggest RPA project I've seen in real life for myself only addresses about 10% of the headcount in the finance function. And that's the cheapest 10%, so it's less than 10% of the cost. So in overall terms, for finance, it's not a huge cost saver. And yet, I don't want to be negative because it is a very good automation solution, particularly where you've got high volume, transactional, repetitive processes. And I guess one of the other problems you've got to think about is skills in finance when you've got robots coming in. You've got to learn how to use them, how to configure them, how to make the most of them. And then not just on that front, but think about the whole question of the processes that get automated. Do people still remember how to do those if the robot somehow is out of action for any reason? If it hits a glitch, do people still know how to run those processes, how to do those jobs? One example I saw a few years ago, automated bank reconciliations have been around for a long time, and in one company I worked for, they had these automated bank reconciliations. Something went wrong one day, and the accountants in the team didn't know how to fix it, and they went to IT and they tried to get some technical help, and it turned out it was just a bank rec problem. It was just one of those things which, if they'd thought of it as a ticking exercise that we all used to do, those of us in our 40s and 50s, actually putting the ticks on the bank recs and the cash book, they'd have realised what had gone wrong. So automated processes, people still need to remember why those processes exist and what they're doing and how they work, even if a robot's doing them. And then I suppose there's the other question on skills and training, where actually the jobs that are most appropriate to be automated are the ones that operate at the more junior levels in finance, where you've got trainees doing them and people who are processing journals, doing reconciliations, and processing transactions. And the problem with that is that those are the jobs where people are learning and experiencing finance while they're training and while they're learning accounting. And so if you take out those jobs, where are they going to get the experience while they're doing the training and while they're doing the accountancy exams and things like that? Do we put people straight in from university into financial analyst jobs, or jobs where you need to have had some experience in financial reporting or putting accounts together and stuff like that? I think that's one of the unseen problems that could come about through automation. And then there's the question of, do we automate bad processes, automation can be like a sticking plaster. It can just almost like papering over the cracks. If you've got a process which is inefficient, the easiest thing to do is just to automate it. But it'll still be a bad process. It'll still have duplication and waste in it. It's just that a robot's doing it a lot faster. So there's still a lot of questions out there with RPA, and questions that we could consider to make best use out of it. But in any case, that's all from me today. And let me know what thoughts you have in the comments below. It'd be good to get some discussion on this. I'm still eager to learn more about it and how to make best use of RPA in finance, and maybe some of the other automation tools as well, because RPA isn't the only one out there. But that's a different topic, and maybe I'll come on to that on a different day. But for now, speak soon. Bye.